Chetan, you're telling that you are not having enough time to review the code, is it right?
Yeah, I just reviewed Pratyusha's code, Team 1's code, uh,
Okay.
and made some changes.
Okay. Okay, fine. No problem. So since it is Friday for you, so today will be the last day of the third week program, and maybe Thursday is the last day, and we'll be extending one more day. Okay, fine. So today we'll see how can we deploy or write the deployment sheet. Okay. So anyone know how to write a deployment sheet?
No, Vajra.
No.
So, is it that pre-release checklist you are mentioning?
Um, Not only pre-release checklist, maybe you can tell that these are the steps that you need to do to make sure that the process gets to production or to a different environment.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Okay. For every just share my screen. File options. Okay. This should be somewhere close. 7. 27. Yeah. Just adding it to your folder. It's there in a different folder. It will be there in week 3 folder. Okay. Sharing my screen. Let me know once you're able to see it. Just files. Week 3. So this is my UIT deployment sheet. Okay. So see, uh, for any code to move into deployment, how much time will it take to upload a package to orchestrator?
Maybe 1 or 2 minutes.
Okay. But if you see, all the deployment meetings will be for around 3 to 4 hours, most of the times, at least the first deployments. So why do we have such a long time for deploying when it is just uploading the package?
They need to cross-check whether all the requirements are meeting or not.
Okay. Anything else other than the requirements?
Expected outputs are coming. I mean, whether it is whatever it is expected, whether it is able to produce it or not.
Uh-huh. Okay. See, this is the previous deployment sheet that we have created. I'd like to just take it as a review. Um, we need to confirm if the applications to be installed and tested are installed in that particular machine or not. For example, there is a custom app that in which we are developing, and in the production machine, if we don't have that app, will the bot be execute? Can we execute the robot?
No.
Okay. So first we need to create a package in our local machine. Next, every step that we need to do to move our code to a different environment, we need to document it. Let me tell you how. So yesterday, you have let's write the code for let's write the deployment sheet. Maybe we'll copy this current deployment sheet. Okay. So team 2, let's create a deployment sheet. New. Okay. So in this deployment sheet, there can be multiple things that can come in place. Okay. So team details, deployment steps, okay, and triggers, deployment report, or you can say deployment failure steps. So why do we need deployment failure steps? Why do we need a deployment failure steps?
Maybe to check where it is filed or why it is filed.
No.
To
For
handle
example,
it,
if we are trying, yeah, tell me, someone is trying to tell.
to
Good.
handle if any deployment failure happens.
Exactly. So see, we designed it to run, but what if it fails? Are we ready for the failure? Okay. So we'll see what no do we need to do to handle that. Turn off all triggers that executes the robot. Okay. So first thing is turn off all the triggers. Second thing, unpublished package. Okay. Inform stakeholders. So this can also be deployment failure step. This can also be said as backup plan. Failure backup plan. Okay. Next. Process current activities manually. Send, identify. So after completion of all this, we need to do send deployment failure report to respective stakeholders. Okay, why the deployment has been failed. So we need to do all these things if there is any failure with our code. Now tell me one thing. Now in my machine, the code is working properly. When I move it to different machine, it's not working properly. What can be the case?
It's related to path.
Prerequisite not matching.
So all the steps that are required to make a bot execute are not established. So for example, 2 days back when I have given the package, I have given the package with static location. Okay. Now in the other machine, we may not have the same location. Is it right? If I give it to you, you may not have C Vajrang folder and then a separate folder. You will have different folder. Okay. So you need to avoid all these things. We need to make sure that this executes properly in production. We will take the same environment like UAT. UAT is again a different machine with different environment with a different URL with orchestrator. So first we will write all the deployment steps and we will push it. If we are able to successfully push it, then deployment is successful. Then we will execute in UAT as well. And if the execution is also successful, then we will start moving UAT code to production. We will not take code from development again. Understood?
Can you repeat last point again?
Okay. So see here, we have dev code. Okay. And testing code, UAT code, and uh, production. So I committed the code to my orchestra, to my GitHub, and I informed manager that development is completed. So manager or testing team will take the committed code and they will add it into their environment or upload the package in their environment. Okay. Now, if this is successful, this package will be moved to UAT, but we will not take dev code again because someone might be working in the dev again. Did you understand now?
Yes.
Okay. So now if UAT is successful, then we will take UAT code. See, in testing, if there is continuous testing, then while we are testing in UAT, there can also be testing happening in like a different version that can also be tested by testing team. Okay, so let's say that this is V1 and this is moved to testing. And after successful, this is moved to UAT. But by that time, developer is creating a V2 code, version 2 code with some extra specifications. Okay, so the testing is completed. Now this will be moved to UAT. Okay, now there are some changes in the dev code, right? But we will have a separate version for V1. Now this one we will move it to production, but we will not take the V2 code because that need to be tested it. Did you understand it now properly?
Yes,
Yes.
Okay. Now deployment steps. How can we create deployment steps? See, each and every step that I need to do should be documented. For example, so team 2 yesterday they have completed the code, right?
Yes.
So let's create a deployment sheet for team 2. Do you have queues? Yes or no?
Yes, I have queues.
Okay. So see, follow the steps that we need to follow. So first we need to create assets. Create queues in orchestrator. Okay. So after creating queues, we need to upload package. Create process. Create a job. Execute. Now coming to triggers. Trigger. Create a trigger. What type of trigger it is? Is it a time trigger or queue trigger? If it is time trigger, then what is the time? So all these things we need to do. So I will give you a small sample of how this will happen. Um, okay. Yes, tell me.
What is the different time trigger and queue trigger?
Yeah. So when a new queue item is added to queue item is added, the bot will start. That is queue trigger. The time trigger will trigger at a specific time, like every day 5 o'clock, every day 6 o'clock, like that. But in queue trigger, whenever you add a item from different process to that particular machine, then the trigger will happen. We'll see. Okay, I need someone from team 2 to share their screen. Team 2. Okay, so Satish, what you need to do, go to this team 2 deployment sheet and create two packages. One for let's understand that this is for dispatcher only. Okay. Did you create a package, Satish?
It's a created package.
Okay. So we will deploy it into Murali. Do you have a machine? Satish, who is your partner?
Kalinga.
Okay.
Kalinga.
Murali, do you have a machine right now with orchestrator connection connected?
Yes.
Okay. So now whatever Satish writes in the document, you will do only that. You will not do anything extra.
Okay.
Did you understand, Murali?
Yes. Vajrang.
Okay. So now what I want is Murali to share the screen. Satish, you can stop the screen share. Murali, open Teams and share your screen and open Teams and Excel file. Let's see how that will happen. Okay, so this will be kind of funny for now, but Chetan, let me know if this is something that will happen in your organization as well. Will you create a deployment sheet, Chetan?
Yes, yes, I did create it.
Okay, so what will be available in deployment sheet?
Yeah, on these steps, basically, the all weather we have created the input folder, uh, or all the assets are there on.
Okay, Murali, why did you open Excel? Don't unmute. This will be very funny. Stay on.
Okay.
Okay, so
Uh,
okay,
I,
Satish,
How is it?
send the package and tag Murali to test the package, and also uh, yeah, tag send the package. Murali, what you can do is you can open Teams, and in the Teams we have files, right? March week 3 file. Open the team to deployment sheet. Okay, now I will give a option for everyone. Everyone can help Satish in creating the deployment sheet. Why are you going into documents, buddy? Go to Teams. Go to Teams. Yeah. On the left side, there is Teams, right? Click on the Teams. Yep. Yeah. Go to Teams, August, files. Click on files.
1 minute. Okay.
Yeah. Click on files. Week 3. So you have 13 minutes. Within 30 minutes, this deployment should be completed. It's team to deployment, buddy. Team to deployment sheet.
Vajrang, I shared in chat.
Yeah. Okay. So deployment sheet is available. Deployment steps. So whatever steps you write here, we will do that. Click on deployment steps. Yeah. So now till he gives you what to do, don't do anything. Okay. So he's telling that there is a package available in chat. Can you download the package in your local machine? Only?
Yes.
Yeah, download the package. Download the package and keep it. Don't do anything else. Okay. Satish, all yours.
Vajra,
Yeah. You and Anvish, Kaling need to type in, or you need to give the steps what Mural need to do. First write the steps how to upload a package. That's when, or how to create a queue.
how to create a queue?
Yeah. Or you can just give the assets to be added. Okay, that's fine.
Can I open this? Proposal?
Murali, don't do anything.
Vajra.
So you are a robot for Satish. Till he gives you an instruction,
Okay.
don't do anything. So let's assume that Murali is our deployment partner from client side, and he will deploy the code with the instructions that are there in the deployment sheet, other than what is there and what are the steps that are available in this deployment sheet, because deployment steps or this sheet also will take a sign off. So if there is any change in this one or in the code, then the deployment will be failure. Yeah. So Satish, I'm still waiting. We are all
But
seeing the
we
screen.
first we have to create a queues.
Yeah, type in, write the steps.
Where have to type Vajra?
Yeah, in B2, you can write steps.
Okay. Where is the Excel sheet in file?
Sorry?
I'm looking for Excel sheet.
Yeah, it's there in week 3. Files week 3, team to deployment sheet. Even others can help Satish since he is new. Everyone can open this sheet and help him on writing how to create a queue.
Vajra, is it visible to you?
If you type in, then it will be visible. If you
Yes, I'm
don't,
typing. I'm typing. Open a
yeah,
queue.
open and hit enter. Only then we will be able to see. Do everyone have the sheet open in your machines? Don't see the screen share. Yeah. So open queue.
Hmm.
So what is the orchestrator URL? You did not mention that.
I have to write here orchestra URL also.
Yes, of course. So someone can write steps on how to create a package, how to create a process. One person can take it. So I'll keep something, I'll help you. Okay. So I will keep this one deployment sheet. So upload a package. Okay. Create a process. So what are the steps in creating a process? What are the steps in creating a job? So this is for package, upload a package. So what are the steps that you have? Sure. Write it over here. So this is for package. This is for process, how to create a process. This is for how to create a job. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now, Murali,
Yes, Vajra.
do whatever is shown. Okay, he's asking you to log into SBOCPOXDG dev orchestrator. Do you have that orchestrator?
No, it is with Vajra. Yes.
Then don't. So just mention cloud.uipath.com. That should be fine for now.
Okay.
But in real scenario, we need to clearly mention what is the orchestrator URL for production or any kind of environment. Okay, next. Who is writing steps to create upload a package? Someone write steps to upload a package. Someone can create a process, create a package. Write the steps, write those steps. Those are important
Sure,
for your
sure.
process. Yeah. Okay, one logged in. Next, what's next? Open queue. So once you open, do you see queue,
Yes.
Murali?
Uh, no, directly, yes.
So go to
Right.
go to home, go to home, go to home. So this is what you will see, right, when you log in.
Yes. For client, yes, right.
Okay. So tell Sarish that there is no queue. What should I do?
Satish, there is no queue. Where should I go?
It should be, I think, I, first we have to go for our folder, I think.
Don't
Which
think.
folder?
Give
Here,
me the
there is no
steps.
folder.
Yes, good. Murali, you're doing great job.
Uh, we have to go for developer folder, which is in my orchestrator.
Satish, you should not
Okay.
talk. You should write the steps. And Murali,
Yes,
did
Vajra.
in the steps did it say that go to orchestrator?
Not yet. Okay.
Then why are you going?
Okay.
What? Where is it? Go for developer and open queue.
Folder.
See, open queue should be a different place and it should not be a developer folder. So Murali's what
Actually, version
Murali's
I created a developer folder.
it
Mine
doesn't
will
matter.
be automation user.
Exactly. I, go for developer folder. No, go for UAT folder. But before that, where is the tenant name? Which tenant should he go to?
Dev tenant.
Why dev tenant? Yours is dev.
Yes.
Why Murali should go to dev tenant? Go to UAT tenant. Open UAT tenant. That's the step that you need to write. Okay. Now, Murali, go to UAT tenant. So you're already inside UAT tenant. You're so
Yes.
fast. Okay, next. So one quick thing to clearly mention to you all, go to Murali, go to orchestrator.
Yes. in orchestra.
So all these folders that you're seeing all in one Pinterest project shared. So you can take it something like this, or you can also take something like in the other way. Maybe one project on the higher level is for insurance. The second project is for IT department. Third
Okay.
project is for finance department. So inside finance department, you have separate projects. You
Uh,
clearly you updated it here, right? All in one is one project. Pinterest project is separate project. You
uh,
like this you mentioned,
yes.
but the actual structure should be it should be the departments, and inside departments we should mention projects.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. Yeah. Satish, where should we go after tenant? Again, open UAT tenant.
No,
Huh? So now, did you understand the pain of documenting any steps? So we will have a template
Mhm.
normally, and we will create or we'll make sure that the template is updated. We will not create this particular document each and every time. We'll have a standard steps, and each and every organization have their own templates.
open a folder in that.
Open
Yes.
which folder? Open which folder? You need to clearly mention open shared folder. Click on shared folder. Open shared folder.
Okay. Is it okay, Vajra?
Hit enter, then we can
Okay.
see it. Yeah, open shared folder in the tenant. Murli, go. Okay, he went into shared folder. Now what? Where should he go?
Open the queue.
Don't tell, buddy. And Murali, until the stuck instruction is passed, don't do anything.
Yes.
Open the queue. Which queue? Okay, for now, let's stop playing and then open. Click on queues. Okay. And what's the next step? Click on add queue. Okay.
Okay.
Which queue it is? Create a new queue or link from others. Are you having fun, Murali?
Yes.
But see, um, orchestrator admin role is also very important because he will not have access to edit anything. He will have only access to monitor and create items in the orchestrator. He will not have studio access as well. Why do we need it? Because in an organization, there will not be only one process that will be deployed. There can be hundreds of processes that will be deployed. And a particular team need to sit and monitor it if it is working or not. All of a sudden, if bot suddenly fails, then who will do the job or who will make sure that the bot is up and running?
Uh, what name to give? Okay.
Good question, Marley.
Huh?
Good
What
question.
name to give in queue? Vajrang, in this, what is the role of support team?
So support team, see, whatever we are doing as an admin you are doing, you will not do the support activity. For example, a support team will be on three levels: L1 support, L2 support, and L3 support. L1 support is like support team who monitors job execution. For example, if this particular bot should execute, and the bot did not execute. So you may need to check with the logs and you may need to tell either the developers or the business users that the bot failed. That is the activity for L1 support. L2 support is with the developer team. Okay. L3 support is with the UiPath team, like direct UiPath developers. For example, we created or we procured the license, and the license is not updated in our orchestrator. So now will L1 and L2 team can do anything here? If the license is not updated from from
No.
UiPath, can L1 and L2 teams do anything here?
No.
Yeah. But if there is any coding change, do we require L3 team to come and work with the code?
No. Developer support team will do.
Exactly. Now, if there is a job that failed and if we need to rerun the bot, do we need a developer to
Yeah.
rerun the bot?
No. First one. L1 will be needed.
L1 is enough. So that's the segregation that you can think of. Give a QName IMDb in the general details.
Yes.
IDMB. It's not IMDb. IDMB. Okay.
And
See, this will be validated if if the name is incorrect, it should be IMDb actually. Since you have already taken sign off for this, okay. Now
I
you have
have created
and you have already created it.
with the IDM.
Okay, and you will not have access to delete the queue. You will have access only to create the queue. Now you need to get approval for your manager, and manager is on leave till the next Monday.
Oh.
Okay. Now how will you proceed?
To the L3 team. True.
What L3 team will do? Nothing. You should
I
wait
think.
till
Oh.
manager comes back and approves.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now IDMB. So in IDMB, what properties should we give? Should Murli click on save, or what? Are there any retry properties? Select retry properties. Should he select anything? Retry. If not anything, then we should mention retry, uncheck retry. No retry are available. No retry is required. Go back to queues once, Murli. Go open the item, edit. So here, developer need to mention what is the description. So uncheck enforce policy, uncheck store encrypt format, go to the top, uncheck auto retry. So all these things should be mentioned in the document. Why are you doing? Is it available like you should uncheck in the document?
No. No.
Then why are you doing? Retry 2 times and click add. Okay.
Oh.
Why CC? That's not the correct way of writing the item. Okay. Add max retry count as 2. That's the way how you need to write. Don't update it. Let Satish correct it. Add max retry number to 2. That's the way. It's not retry number 2 times. It's not retry 2 times. Sorry, Satish, to trouble you, but this is what will happen.
no problem.
And what about others? Are you having fun in seeing this?
Add
Yes.
max retry add max retry 2 times or
What is it, Satish?
add max
Sorry.
retry count 2.
See, you need to clearly give what should we do. Until you give it, we will not do anything. Max hash retries value should be 2. Enable auto retry. Yeah, now go ahead. Click on update. Okay, so now can you mark it as completed? Murali, what you can do, go to C7 and mark it as completed. Just type in that it is completed. So we are just marking it out that it is completed. C7, yeah. So till creating a queue, we have completed the steps. And we took how much time? 30 minutes to create a queue. Okay, now tell me, do we need to write something in detail like this or not?
Yes, needed
Yes,
for
sir.
Why?
client may don't know like orchestrator where to go.
See, not only client, if there should be some settings as a developer might have created for, if you don't know what it is, then how can you create? Instead of IDMB, I should have created CAST,
Yes, right.
right?
Yes.
So each and every detail is important. Okay, now creating an asset. So how to create assets? So we'll have a separate sheet for assets. Let's go ahead and give a separate sheet for assets.
I think at Avo it is written. Okay. It is
Assets.
okay.
So we'll have asset name, asset type, asset value. Okay, go to assets. Do you have any assets, buddy? Satish?
No, no, not have any assets.
So then your project will fail.
Okay.
Why? Because you should have website URL in orchestrator asset.
Okay.
You should have uh, what, like if the website is having an orchestrator login, like if the website is having a login, it should have an asset.
Okay.
But for now, assets are not available. Fine. Upload a package. Okay, now tell me how to upload a package. We have 6 more minutes. Let's see if we can complete it within 6 more minutes. Why no one is working on creating a process or creating a trigger? Yeah, I will tell you one thing. Murali, can you please move this Teams window to the top once? Okay. See, here click on add process, select correct package from package source name drop down. So it should not be we should not do it like this. We should clearly give what is the package name, what is the exact package name. Okay. There can be process one, there can be process 1.1, process 1.2, process 1.3. What is that exact process or package name with version? Okay, open UAT tenant. Okay, make it fast. Click on package. Okay, after opening tenant, click on package. That's wrong, right? You
Yes.
need to first click on folder. Open shared folder.
It's available in tenant only. It's not available in folder. Package is not available in folder.
Okay, so you're telling that this package is directly in the tenant. Okay,
Yes.
so then go ahead and click on tenant. Open tenant options. Yeah, click on packages. Now what? Wait for the instruction. Did you get all the instructions?
Yes.
Browse and upload the package. But did they mention which package to upload? What is the package now? Yeah, IMDb website. Now this is correct. What is the version number? IMDb website version number. IDMB website. Okay. So once upload of package is done, then what should we do? Create process. Open shared folder. So we'll do one thing. We'll skip some steps. Murali,
Yes.
go ahead and start with the process. Create a process and start with the job in the shared folder.
Okay.
Yeah, select the package. Yes, select the item. Yes, yes. Create. That's fine. You can leave. It will take the item that's available as a file. Yep, start now. You can click.
Can I start?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's verify if the code executes or not. But you don't have any unattended licenses. Go to UiPath Assistant and start. We'll stop in 2 minutes. Yeah,
Yeah.
start it. Job started processing. See with the logs. Go to orchestrator and see the logs. It will be there in jobs. Go to jobs, jobs. See the job is started and then you can see the logs. So why I asked you to go with this is there can be multiple jobs executing. So if you want to see only jobs that are required for this one, then you can see. Okay, let's wait. Okay. Job is successful. Check if the items, queue items is added or not. Queue items are added or not. Queue transactions.
No.
The job failed.
Yes.
Yep, just update back. Satish stating that okay, so what we normally do is we will click on export and send the logs to developer
Okay.
because developer will not have edit access, right? Developer will not have production access, so we will send only the logs.
Okay.
Okay, so can we stop it for today? Did you understand the process of deployment with creating a deployment sheet?
Yes.
Yes, Vajra.
Srikanth,
Yes, yes.
Satish, Satish, better
Understand?
understand.
Yes, sir. But why it failed? I written.
That you need,
System exception, I think here it showed us.
yeah. Okay, so you may ask you may ask Murali to run it again. That's fine.
Okay.
Chetan, is it the same way how we do in the organization, or is it anything different?
Uh, Basically, yeah, here it is too detailed. In my organization, like developer and QA is doing it
Yeah.
because of resources. So it's very high level assuming that this is already known to them about
Yeah. Yeah.
packages processes.
Yes, but if you don't have documentation, always there will be a scope that things can be misunderstood.
Yes, it's correct.
Yes.
Okay. Anvesh, what about you? How did you feel your code not right? So Anvesh, did you understand?
Yeah, yeah, yes, sir.
Sai Kumar, Sai Kumar, Can't hear you, buddy. Okay, fine. So Murli, thank you so much for your time. Hope everyone had fun. I'll just try to upload it and I'll give you access for this video. Okay. So can we close the recording?
Yes, yes.